What's good, healing family? Praying all is well with y'all today and that y'all are feeling well. I want to thank y'all for engaging on the previous video when it comes to our plant-based journey. And today I'm going to unpack a little bit more of what I've been doing throughout my plant-based journey. And again, when I mean my plant-based, I mean whole food ingredients, plants, fruits, seeds, nuts, grains, and vegetables. And so those are things that I eat on a day-to-day basis. And I think what has been helpful for me to find out is how do we maintain muscle? Where are we getting our protein from? Who do we delve into when it comes to research? Is there any type of articles, books, or whatever it may be to help out? And I would say there are other forms of people and information that really helped out, but I would really say that two things that really helped out was learning from Dr. Yaki Awaken and also Dr. Bobby Price. Dr. Yaki Awaken, he has this chart. If you go on his website, I think it's yakiawaken.com. He has this chart when it comes to the different food groups on what we should eat in different seasons. I think it's in different seasons, and a breakdown on how different foods cause inflammation. And I was looking at how, when you look at different fruits, we have the citrus and non-citrus fruits, and sometimes that can throw off our balance. And I'm thinking within the gut itself on how you should mix different fruits and what you should and should not do. Dr. Bobby Price helped me to identify what can we do to maintain muscle mass. And so he broke down the importance of knowing your body weight first. And so I did a lot of calisthenics at first, kind of figuring out how do we reposition our body posture, doing push-ups and doing different types of other exercises that helped out, and then transitioning to where do we get our protein. And so I was able to learn from him when it comes to the different types of the essential amino acids, and there's tons of foods out there that helps out with the non-essential excuse me non not nine, nine essential amino acids when it comes to building protein. You have pumpkin seeds, you have quinoa, you have different types of mushrooms, you have chickpeas. So there's a vast list of things that you can use when it comes to the different food groups to make sure that when you're transitioning, you may lose some body weight, you may lose some body mass in general, but how can we regain that by putting new food groups in our body? And so learning from those two, and I forgot the other two individuals' names on their YouTube pages. Whenever I find that out, I'll be able to share more information about that. But they were able to help me identify and spark more of an interest on researching other things that have helped me out. So, prime example, I am right now in the transition of eating just pretty much like raw food. And so throughout the winter time, I was just making soups and slowly transitioning, adding salads to our palate as well. And that was from December, January, and February. In the last week of February, we cut out oil and we were just able just to eat everything fresh. So no oil. We put season everything up there. I think we had squash. We boiled that. Sweet potatoes. We boiled it. We made our own flaxseed bread with no oil, just putting water with some spelt flour and some other ingredients. We had salad. I think was like arugula, raw garlic, raw onions. I think peppers was in there and some other things as well, quinoa. And then as we transition to spring, I want to eat just fruit first so I can cleanse the body with my okra water, coconut water, and things like that. And then slowly transitioning to add more of the greens. So again, like arugula, kale, chard, things like that. And we're going to have that cross combination because I realized that it's best to eat the foods that's in season. And so, it's good to eat salads if you want to eat all year round. But I know when I was in the winter time, I want to make sure I can have something that's a little bit more, fulfilling for my palate, that's going to keep me warm, that is, nutrients dense, but also have salads on the side. And so I'm transitioning to spring. Right now, I'm going to be eating some fruit. I'm going to add some salads on the side as well, but removing from any oils. Because, man, I don't know about y'all, but transitioning from spring to the summer, I'm in my prime time. And I want to make sure that I'm eating the right foods that are going to help me elevate at that higher level of frequency, of energy, of just being more in tune with self. And that's going to help with my gut health when it comes to cutting out things that causes inflammation. And maybe I'll make a video on that as well. But yeah, that transitioning eating food that's in the right season is very helpful. Because again, you can eat soups throughout the spring and winter, and I mean spring and summer. You mean you can do what you want to do. But what has helped me over the past year is learning what foods do we need to put in our body, what foods are in season based in the states that I'm currently living in. You can eat pineapples and everything all year round, but for me, I'm just thinking, all right, cool. If I'm in the winter, I'm eating pineapples, which I do. It's not bad, but I've been using that to juice and everything. But I just want to make sure I'm eating food that's in season. That's in season. That's going to help my body elevate and operate at the level that it's at. So again, what I would recommend is just figuring out before you even start this journey, where can you get most of your protein? What type of foods are in season based on the states that you're living in? What type of books or YouTube pages or learning from different types of testimonies from other people that you can learn from? And how can you just maintain that on consistency? But just being flexible and open, because I've made tons of mistakes throughout my journey. I used to I cut that out now, but I love peanut butter. But I realized for me that peanut butter causes inflammation in my body. And no matter how I felt, I will always find myself going back to eating peanut butter. And I was like, you know what? At some point in time, we got to cut this out because we're in a different season now, literally, mentally, spiritually, and also figuratively when it comes to, transitioning from the winter to spring and realizing that at that time, we got to cut it out. It's not working anymore. But you'll realize over time, what types of food digest well throughout your body, what types of food, causes inflammation, what types of food, impacts the way how you think and show up in life. So just give yourself a little bit more grace, ease yourself into it, but do the research first before you do anything else. And also get in community. So if you want to ask people different questions, where did you start off on your journey? What was the best type of food groups that was good for you? But realize and know that what works for one other person's body may not work for you in a given moment. So test things out and figure it out. And think another thing as well, when it comes to this journey, you will lose some weight. I've always been more of a lean person, but when it came to the, I would say it was unnatural type of body fat that I had. Right now I'm pretty sure you can see more of my jawline is more fine in tune, just because in previous seasons, my face a little bit not. I had a little bit more fat, a little bit more skin onto it. The best way to put it. But I realized that when I went through this transition, I was becoming more lean. So I have more muscle and less body fat. And I don't know how much body fat that I have. But when it comes to the gym and working out and things like that, I had to make sure that the amount of effort that I'm putting in the gym, I want to make sure that I'm able to coop it with the right foods that can help me maintain that balance of protein, of muscle, and just building to the level that I want to look. So again, you'll figure it out, but just take it easy, take it step by step, do the research. I will look up Dr. Bobby Price. I will look up Dr. Yaki Awaken, and I'll try to find two other people that I've learned from as well. Well, three. For folks that want to transition at an easier rate. There's some folks that are just doing more of the vegan type of lifestyle. Some folks that are, I think, just doing more of the whole food, plant based ingredients. And you can alter it in any type of way that you want to do. And I've been able to look through their pages and again, research first and then see what I can do to apply it to my body and see how it fits for my lifestyle. So anything that I may say may not fit for you in this given season. If you want to continue eating meat, by any means, do what's best for you. If you want to eat vegan, by any means, do what's best for you. And if you want to transition to a different lifestyle, again, by any means, do what is best for you. So hopefully that information was some type of benefit and helpful for you. Again, for me, I'm still learning. I've transitioned and started on January 1st, 2020. We're 6 years in, but really got to the nitty gritty over the past 2 years. So again, it takes time. It does take discipline because you can definitely smell different types of food. And it may smell good, but again, I know for me that I'm not going back to that lifestyle of eating meat or anything like that because it was not helpful for me on how I showed up. So yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think. And if you are in this transition, again, what are the benefits? What are the books, resources, podcasts, YouTube pages, Substack pages? whatever it may be that has been helpful or is going to be helpful for you to learn. But hopefully, I can share more of my along my journey what I've been able to adapt, be able to implement along this way, because I'm learning day by day and I'm not perfect. So let me know in the comments what y'all think. And yeah, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Stay blessed, stay good, and thank y'all Healing Family for being here. Peace.